Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here, my Atak Sportz for this Monday, April 25th, 2016. Bear with me, I've been kind of feeling under the weather today, but I'm fighting through it, so I make my videos today. Start with this Atak Sportz. Let's get over to sport I haven't talked about here in a while, because not much is happening because of the postseason. Of course, before we into the NFL, National Football League. And big news is what the league today goes concerning Tom Brady. Now, last year, Tom Brady was set to be suspended for the first 4 games of last season following his alleged involvement in the Deflategate scandal. See, the allergies by me. So bear with me. But then the NFLPA, the NFL Players Association, they decided to appeal that, and they won. And Tom Brady was not suspended for the first 4 games. He got to play the first couple games of the season, and of course, all season. But the NFL decided to appeal that decision, and today, the U.S. Second Court of Appeals is reinstating the suspension of Tom Brady for its connection to Deflategate. That, of course, happened during the AFC Championship game last January of 2015. The court said that we hold the commissioner properly exercise his broad discretion under the collective bargaining agreement, and that his procedural rulings were properly grounded in that agreement and did not deprive Brady of fundamental fairness. Accordingly, we reversed the judgment of the district court and remanded with instructions to confirm the award. Of course, the league said that they are pleased the appeals of the Second Circuit ruled today that the commissioner properly exercises authority under the collective bargaining agreement to act in cases involving the integrity of the game. That authority has been recognized by many courts and has been expressly incorporated into every collective bargaining agreement between the NFL and the NFL Players Association for the past 40 years. NFLPA have a different stance on it, saying the NFLPA is disappointed in the decision by the Second Circuit. We fought Roger Goodell's suspension of Tom Brady because we know he did not serve as a fair arbitrator, that players' rights were violated under a collective bargaining agreement. Carefully review the decision, consider all of our options, continue to fight for players' rights and for the integrity of the game. Brady's been through so much with this whole Deflate game. Whether he thought he did it or not, he's been through a lot of crap in the last year and a half or so. I can't believe he's the only one that's being punished for all this. You know, he hasn't really, publicized anything. He's always denied everything. So, we'll see what happens with this whole situation as it unfolds, as you'll miss the first 4 games of this season. We'll see if there's any more legal rulings, but hopefully this is the end of it. It's been a long, drawn-out drama. Speaking of drawn-out drama, UFC had a little bit of drama. Of course, as we all know, the UFC 200 main event had a huge upside-down change as Conor McGregor posted a retirement tweet last Tuesday. It was called for UFC needs to pay me more money, or I'm not doing promotion. Despite UFC trying to talk McGregor to come to press conferences and a promotional tour, he didn't want to promote the fight. He got kicked off the card because of promotional commitments that Conor could not keep. It happened to Diaz one time against GSP. He was supposed to fight, but he didn't show up to the press conference, so he got kicked out. That's exactly what happened with McGregor. It's kind of stupid rules for UFC, but hey, what can you do? So then, Conor McGregor posted a tweet this morning saying that I'm back on the card. Well, UFC says that tweet has no merit to it. It was just another troll tweet from Conor McGregor, saying that Dana said to the LA Times, we haven't talked to Conor or his manager since the press conference. I don't know why he would tweet that. So it's been a lot of up and down drama and bullshit involving this whole situation, especially once the new main event. Although Diaz would get a new opponent, Diaz wants to fight nobody but McGregor. It's a possibility, and I even says in my UFC review on Saturday of UFC 197, that Bones and Cormier could be the new main event at UFC 200. It was supposed to take place this past Saturday, but Cormier got injured. Thus, the boring interim fight between Bonesy and OSP. I'm not the only one who saw that Bonesy was fighting Wing Rust. It was not an exciting fight. So there you go. We'll see what goes on with this ongoing drama. If there will be a main event or not, if McGregor's going to be in it and all this BS, he said, she said bullshit, or it will be a totally new main event replacing it. We shall see. Now on to the other MMA company, Bellator. Been quite the weekend for Bellator. They had their live Bellator card this past Friday from Weekend Sun, and they aired Kickboxing that was taped during their most recent appearance in Italy. Now let's get to the Bellator MMA card first. It was a decent card. Yeah, our first fight, which was Venom Michael Page taking on Jermaine Holloway. It was okay, a little start with Michael, just aggressive from the start, kind of a squasher match. He just beat the crap out of Jerry Holiday, getting a submission, a toehold in the very first round. Then we had a lightweight match between Brett Primus and Gladstone son, Jared Stone Santos. It was a decent fight. It was kind of back and forth fight. Good action, good striking. With Brett Primus getting the victory by split decision. I think Jared Stone won the fight. I think it was a little bit more aggressive in that fight than Primus. So it's kind of a weird, controversial decision in people's eyes. That was a lightweight fight. Michael was a welterweight fight. Welterweight fight, we had Evangelista Santos taking on Brennan Ward. It was a weird ending with a verbal submission the very first round with a heel hook. So it was a weird little ending to that fight. Then Pitbull, Patricio Pitbull, after his brother just fought, he took on Hanley Corrales. He was supposed to take on Talon Teixeira, but Teixeira got injured. So the Pitbull had to take on Hanley in an okay first round, but then the second round, Patricio went on the attack, went more aggressive in that second round, leading up to the submission in the second round. Now, to our main event, the debut of Benson Henderson in the Bellator, former UFC champion, former WEC champion, as he would take on Andrei Korskov in his very first fight for a championship. I think he should have had a match before Andrei, because he got his ass kicked by Andrei Korskov. Benson didn't do crap for 5 rounds. He had a couple of shots in, but Andrei was just aggressive the entire fight. You know, on top of Benson the entire fight, with the unanimous decision victory and retaining the championship for Korskov. And I think Page could be the next contender. He had a great, tremendous, aggressive victory in the very first round of his fight tonight. So he gets a couple more big wins. He could be the next challenger for Andre, because now he's the new opponent. Then, of course, after that, we have Bellator Kickboxing. Because I saw the Pride thing they had recently. It was a decent card. You know, I liked the co-main. I can't find the results on here, so oh, there you go. The first 2 fights were decent to me. I'm not a big, I haven't seen much Bellator, kickboxing. My favorite fight was definitely the co-main. Karim Kaji against Mustafa Hada. And the Oscar title, it became the Bellator kickboxing title. Very great fight. Great back and forth action. A very intense co-main with Kareem retaining his title and becoming the new Bellator kickboxing champion. Alexander Negro against Melvin Manoff. He's supposed to challenge for a title soon. He got his ass kicked by Alexander. He didn't do much against Alexander. He got knocked down twice. So it was a tough fight for him. So okay little Bellator MMA card. And also decent Bellator kickboxing card. So there you go. Now before I get to my Raw preview for today, with a return date set, a proper full-time return announced following his surprise one-off return to WrestleMania, announcing his return for the appropriate days. Memorial Day. John Cena will return on May 30th on Memorial Day on Monday Night Raw. So, well, we'll see. What's next for Cena? Will he challenge Reigns? Will he go back to the U.S. Championship, which is, of course, currently held by not Del Rio, Kalisto, who may lose the right back soon for the title. He got beat on SmackDown non-title. But now on to our Raw preview for tonight. Interesting news about Cena's return. See what happens with him on May 30th. Back in the USA. Raw's in Connecticut tonight, near Stanford, near Hartford. You could see the authority, which would be one of my questions. So, question number 5, or top 5 questions that must be answered tonight. What will go down in the feuds concerning the women's title and the number 1 contendership for the tag team titles? Of course, Natalya will face off against Charlotte in a 1-on-1 match at Payback for the title. Following what happened on Raw 2 weeks ago with Charlotte tapping out, but referee calling DQ after Ric Flair pulled him out. To make things even, I thought they were going to ban Flair. Well, adding Bret Hart makes up for it, but it should have been a full-on ban of Flair. Not adding Brad in, because he'll take some spotlight too from these 2 great women. As long as they keep it on these women, and not about Brett and Flair, this should be a fun match, because they had a great match on Raw Black. So I'm glad they got a little feud going right now. Hope they do something with Sasha and Becky in the interim as they wait for their possible next shot, especially Sasha, maybe SummerSlam. As it comes to the tag team number contenderships, 2 of my favorite NXT teams, who are now main roster, will be facing off in the finals this Sunday at Payback. Enzo and Cass taking on the Vaudevillains. They had a little promo on SmackDown. Decent promo. So we'll see if they get any physical tonight on Raw. As we head towards that match at Payback, which should be a fun match. So if they see these 2 guys, these 2 teams, wrestle before at NXT live shows, they put on good matches. So I hope they put on a good match on a pay-per-view. Question number 4. What will go down between the feuds between Y2J and Ambrose, and also Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? They're kind of taking a back seat to the Jericho-Ambrose feud. They're focusing a lot more on the Ambrose-Jericho feud, which isn't that bad, but Owens and Zayn should deserve more time. They're being pushed in the background. And it's been an interesting feud between Jericho and Ambrose with the attack last Monday on Raw, the tag team match that ended with Jericho and Owens winning over Sami Zayn and Ambrose. So, see how these 4 guys will interact tonight as we head towards both their matches at Payback, which should be fun matches despite interesting builds, especially for Sami and Owens. Because they had matches a couple weeks ago, but Owens lost to Ambrose and Sami lost to Jericho. So they did nothing for their feud. So they're really taking a backseat to Ambrose Jericho, which is sad. They need more attention. They deserve it. They're great athletes. Question number 3. Will any new matches be set for Payback? Well, we know the main event for the WWE World Championship, the tag team title, number 1 contendership match. There is New Day will not be wrestling. There's supposed to be a Wyatt's match, but since Bray's out for 4 to 6 weeks with a torn calf muscle, that may not happen. Because we have Ambrose, Jericho, Owens, and Sammy, the tag team number contendership, the women's title, the main event between AJ and Reigns. So maybe get some more matches tonight. Maybe Ryback against Kalisto, Baron Corbin against Dolph Ziggler, heading towards that direction after their match on SmackDown, ending in no contest after Baron beat up Ziggler before the match. Maybe Becky Lynch and Emma. So we get some more matches set for Payback tonight. We're 1 week away, guys. Pre-show, too. So there you go. Question number 2. Will the Authority return tonight? Well, we haven't seen him since WrestleMania. Storyline-wise, with Shane wanting Raw for the last couple of weeks. There's no official word on whether or not Shane will be on Raw again tonight. But if he is, expect the Authority, with Raw being so close to headquarters, Stanford being so close, Raw's at Hartford, makes sense for Authority to make their return tonight. So there you go. See if they do show up or not. And question number 1. War go down and Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, and Doc Gallows official Raw debut as they take on the Usos. And also, War go down between Reigns and AJ. Now, of course, AJ Styles said he had nothing to do with the attack on Roman Reigns on Raw by the Bullet Club. And he also interfered in a match, too, this past Thursday, helping AJ. He has nothing to do with all that, but I say he does. And Boca will take on the Usos tonight in the first, like I said, the popular first match on Raw. There's been a lot of rumors the last couple of days about Finn Balor joining him, especially since he just lost the NXT Championship to Samoa Joe, signaling the possible debut. But Balor and other people are saying he is sticking to NXT. He said in the past he didn't want to leave NXT. He wants to build NXT as a brand. So, we'll see if Balor does debut tonight, or next Monday, or not at all. See what happens with all that tonight, and of course, anything between AJ and Reigns tonight on 187 Central on USA Network. That is it, my Atak Sportz for today. Stay tuned for my Raw review. I'm going to try to make it. Try to make my Raw review tonight. Feel like I said, feel a little ill today, but I'm making it. Thanks for being with me through this video. Hope to make a Raw review tonight if I'm feeling up to it. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the new sports news from Zach. See you later, yeah.